Flabbus, what's up? Senior Bistro, greetings to you. How are y'all doing tonight? I'm doing good. Ah, you freaking kidding me? Are you serious? It's gonna be two separate things, isn't it? Why we gotta overcomplicate our lives? That's gonna be freaking. I'm almost certain that's gonna be muscles. But let's translate it to make sure. Muscles 20. Okay. Hey, Clive Soulboy, welcome back. How you doing? Nice. Killing bear, it sounds like. That's awesome. 4 trophy wild carp. Dang. That sounds good. Alright, we want to go muscles 20. That is a lot of trophies. It's just all black caviar. That actually makes some sense, doesn't it? Alright, cornflower. Let's start small. Beautiful. Kind of like this mix. Hey, I wonder if they were using a big boy. They are. Blowing through their money. I like it. Let's waste it all. Caviar. Okay. So now let's go to that caviar. Let's favorite them both so that it's easier to attach them. If y'all don't know that trick, it really is worth doing. And where is the rod? So let's check cafe. We obviously need more black caviar, dip, and corn. Besides that, we're good. dip, black caviar 1, corn, oops. We want the alphabetical sort, caviar yellow. We'll do 150, that's fine. Cafe. All right, all we need is a common carp trophy in the next 23 hours. So that means before 2100 following day. How's that sound? What's up, CPAS? Trophy tench is always nice. Alright, shouldn't have an echo. You recommend red corn. Wait, what? Are you talking about caviar corn? Is it red? Oh, the other one is red, isn't it? I've got 19 of them. We'll see. Well, I might put one red on for a little bit. I mean, you really think that's what made the difference? Maybe. Maybe. What made me like carp fishing? I don't know. That's a good question. It's my favorite. I mean, feeder fishing's always been my favorite thing to do in Russian fishing for. Not that I don't enjoy other things, especially like trolling and sometimes actual like lure fishing. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just because I liked feeder fishing so much, and then carp fishing, it's got enough variety and stuff where it doesn't get stale as quickly as other types of fishing maybe. And, you know, not that I've been taking a complete break from RF4, but I've definitely been, like, playing loads less than normal. Somewhat because of just busy schedule, and somewhat because it just felt like a good time to breathe a little bit, play some other stuff. Been playing a lot of No Man's Sky lately and other fishing games. But, when I am playing RF4 a lot, and if I'm doing a lot of carp fishing, because there is so much variety and like testing and experimenting you can do, it just kind of helps keep it fresh, I guess. I don't know. That's cool. It's fun. It definitely got better with amber though, because there's so much more variety in fish and in techniques. You want to fish Volkov? Volkov was always my favorite place until amber. Until amber and then Tunguska came out. But I still like Volkov a lot. Thanks for the follow, Musaka. Hey, what's the league like? I was actually gonna ask you or someone else if PoE came up. I need to find just a good, fairly like affordable build. Because I've been thinking about PoE again. Like, when the league first came out, I was definitely not in the right headspace, not in the mood. I think I'm going to have a little bit of time this weekend. So, it's possible I might dip back in. Wait, where am I and where am I supposed to be? Like, driven right past it. You're playing Vortex? Is that good? Do you have like a link to a build guide on that? Or do you know the game well enough that you don't need a build guide? I need a lot of hand holding in terms of like where to put skill points. Thank you. That would be great. And I figured now that a little bit of the dust is settled, there might be more updated guides out there. What's up, Wrangler? How you been, Wrangler? So should we start off with red on this one? Let's just see how yellow works first, and then I'll switch it over at some point. Oh, crap. You know what I didn't do? PVA. There might have actually still been the old PVA on these other two. Let's see. Whoa, looks like we're about to get a bite. You're bored of all games? Musaka says, been watching you on YouTube. Want to see you stream live. Fished with you a few times in the Fisher Online. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I think you have a similar name in that game too, right? Is it the same or very similar? Yeah, this is the old PVA. We need to switch this over. Unless this is like, you know, a rare trophy and then all bets are off. I was thinking this week, instead of making YouTube videos about playing fishing games, that maybe I would just start making reaction videos to other people's videos about playing fishing games. Wouldn't that be next level? Yeah, I thought so, Musaka. I totally recognize your name. It's like every day. You know, there's only like 7 people on the whole planet that make fishing game videos, so it'd be the same 7 people's content over and over. I just sit there and react to them. Doesn't that sound like a great idea? Do I have a... I hope there's not a PVA on this one at all. If there is, I probably ought to just pull it in. Let's just pull it in. We want all the same PVA in the water. It's like such a rookie move here. I'm hurting your brain. Nice. Oh, that's awesome, Musaka. Oh man, had you never played before? Like, are you fresh? This is your first account? Oh, I envy you. You've got so much good content ahead of you. I love RF4. I just sometimes have to step away because I've played it so much. You know what I mean? Why is my... Come on. It's not even like raining or storming. My comfort is so low. RF4 had another update. Well, they just had to take Klubi out of the game. I kid. That wasn't what the update was about. Just joking, Klubi. Just joking, RF4. Just a joke. No harm intended. So far, so good on this spot. We've got a decent bite rate, and it's the middle of the night right now. What was the server restart for? I think it was just stuff on server side. I don't think there was actually any content change. Evil Tribe, welcome to stream. How you doing? Musaka says, I played a while back, but only did feeder fishing and didn't know what I was missing with feeder fishing. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much content, but it's just like, it somewhat depends on how much time you have and how patient you are. Because comparing it to something like Fisher Online, I mean, it's the amount of time it takes is more like MMO level. Shardik, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, Tribe. How you doing? Yeah, let me check this out. Am I even in Discord right now? Hold on. Does anybody else here play PoE? Or is it just me and CPass? I say I play PoE. It's been a while since I've played. I have an active interest in PoE, even if I'm not actively playing it that often. I tell you what's the game that's been getting me lately is frickin' No Man's Sky. Man, they have added so much to that game. Nakeson sent me a message. David, 180. David's 180. Thanks for the follow. You were going to get into PoE and you talked to Paz about it, and then iRacing hit. Thank you. First live stream came from YouTube. Welcome. My master plan, make YouTube videos, and then people will accidentally click on the MDog is live, and then I've got a stream community. You've uncovered my master plan, Shardik. Welcome to the stream. No Man's Sky looks amazing now. It is amazing now. They've added so much. Quests, rep stuff, the amount of crafting you can do now. They've just new, layer upon layer of content. Still no fishing though. It's quite disappointing. Is that where most of your views came from? YouTube? I mean, so there's two places. Okay. First of all, RF4 has a very cool niche little community of people that hang out and watch people stream on Twitch. So some of you here are here because you enjoy watching people stream the game that you love playing, right? And then the other half of my community are people who are new to RF4 or at some point have discovered RF4 and for whatever reason found one of my videos helpful and decided that I was someone that they would want to come hang out with in stream as well. So that's kind of how it happened. How it has happened, how it happens. That's where most of my viewers come from. I'm trying to answer the question. I got No Man's Sky when it first released. So did I. It's a completely different game now. And returned it to it like... Oh, you returned it like everyone else. That's funny, Pluso. That's hilarious. I actually didn't return it. I kept it. But I only played a little bit. And then over time, I've gone back as there's been updates. And it literally has gotten better and better. Hey, this spot is really active right now. I mean, everything we're catching is like 3 to 7 kilos or whatever right now. But if it's an active carp spot, like that's a good sign. And look at this baby. Ooh, she looks like she's got some specialness to her. She is not your average common carp, is she? Look at her. Happy hour bonus. Look at that coloration. Uh-oh. Big boy. Big boy on rod 2. We're going to let him go ahead and take the line and like swim towards the cottage pond. And we got a big spool though, so we'll catch up with him in a little bit. I played No Man's Sky a lot. I was in a game once and someone just popped into my world and handed me some items that were worth millions of currency. Sort of wrecked it for me. Yeah, you do need to restart CPAS. Part of the fun is that early situation where you're like desperately trying to find any little upgrade to your tool or to your backpack or to your inventory slots, or trying to figure out how to survive some like crap like burning planet that the game decided to dump you on, where everything is acid and you can't breathe, and that's definitely the fun, right? Oh look, it's not a big fish. I just had my friction brake on like 2. False alarm. What reel you have right now? Dang. Oh, welcome, David. Glad you could join me. It's 4:08 in your time zone. Holy crap, it got off. Somebody call Kluby. What's up, Rick? Welcome back. What reel? So, I think right now I'm using 2 Megaras and a Tagara. I was using an Avia, and I also have a Venga I sometimes use, but right now I'm using the classic carp reels, Megaras and 1 Tagara. Well, heck, you can get it a lot cheaper now than you bought it when it first came out, Pluso. So it's still probably a win overall. And honestly, it's like so much better of a game now than it was back then. Like tons better. The angler is full. Oh my gosh, we're at 900 players. Can y'all see that? Y'all can't see that. 900 players in game. Celebrate. You're saving for a Nagura. What's a Nagura? Hold on, which one is that? Natura? Which one are you saving for? The Natura? Man, I'd go frickin'... I mean, a lot of this is personal preference, but I would go calibers as early as you can if you're trying to do carp fishing. Calibers, and then I would either go to avias if you want to do a half step, or to tagaras if you want to do a full step. That's just me. That's just me, but that's what I would do. But again, that's personal preference. There's a lot of ways to skin the carp, you know what I mean? Daggum. Guys, the bite rate. I've never seen the bite rate this high in this spot. At least not recently. It's been relatively slow for me until right now. I'm getting bite after bite right now. This is perfect for happy hour. I mean, they're not great fish or anything, but we've had one rare. And look, this is probably like, what, 7, 8 kilos? Oh, 10. Look at that beautiful carp. I thought this was going to be a boring night of carp fishing. We'd be sitting here staring at our rod tips, doing reaction videos to other people's YouTube submissions, but I haven't even had time for that nonsense yet. The perfect carp. A 3-kilo common carp. That is actual perfection. Hey, don't be swimming away from me. I haven't even had a chance to check. I haven't even had a chance to check the POE link CPAS sent me. That's exactly right, Musaka. This is like bream fishing, and yet it's carp. I mean, it'll slow down in the afternoon, but still, this has been a brilliant bite rate. The Narga. Yeah, Narga's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, Flavis. The issue is, it does have a stronger mech. Here's the issue. You're not going to be locking your mech up a whole lot in carp fishing. Again, it depends on what you're going for. I just feel, again, personal preference. I feel like overall the caliber is a better reel. I know, CPAS. I was just going to like glance at it. But you're right. If you wear a fish out so that it's not fighting you anymore, the Narga will have a stronger mech where you can just lock it up and drag it in. But that's some dangerous business if you're carp fishing. And it's not like it's strong enough that you're going to be like going for trophy cats at tuba or anything, which really that's the only time I'm locking my mech up is when I'm fishing for cats. Yeah, you know what, Flavis? That's a good question. And maybe ask somebody that does, like CPAS or who else? Who's somebody who's spent a lot of time at Volkov? Does anybody have experience with the Nargas versus the calibers doing it for spin fishing, trolling? I don't know as much about that. I mean, I know a lot of people use calibers for trolling, but I don't know. The Nargas may be a better trolling reel. I'm not sure. Not CPAS, sorry. I couldn't remember if you did spin at trolling or not. I mean, trolling at Volkov or not. So David does say Narga is more expensive to repair. But you may be onto something. The Narga might be a little better for trolling. I don't know. Is it bigger spool? That's the other thing I would check. Yeah, I would check spool size. If the caliber is, because again, you're not going to be locking up the mech against an Atlantic salmon who's racing away from you. Do you know what I mean? So that maximum mech strength actually means nothing in that situation unless a fish is completely dead, worn out. So what you're talking about, what's important is the actual rated strength and the size of the spool and the quality of the reel. There's other factors too, like how much it costs to repair and stuff like that, but that's information's a little harder to get unless you can talk to someone who has one. But I mean, heck, again, they're both good reels. Get one of each. Figure out what you think. But I would I'd at least be open to considering that. But you know, no one's gonna. I mean, you're not making the wrong decision if you go with the other one, the Narga. I just want to see real quick like what this build looks like in action. See if the combat looks like, for me, it would be fun. Like clear speed on maps. How does it do one-on-one versus like the big bosses? What class do you play CPAS? Like which class do you start for that build? Somebody have a ghost? Ooh, man. Capo. Daggum. Oh, it's a witch build. Fascinating. Fascinating. The only time I've ever played witch was like playing some kind of lightning arc build or something. I don't know, man. The garlic mussels might be outpacing caviar at this point. The question is, what did that rare come in on? That's the question, right? You've played a ton of Arc Witch? Yeah, that's a good one. Arc Witch is always a nice option. So it came in on garlic mussels. Family secret. What is that? Is that an albino? Might set that one free and let it grow up a little bit. Psych. It's good. You talking about spinning rod for Volkov? Model 1? Wait, we're talking about spinning, not bait casting. Maybe still Model 1? Is there a Model 1 spinning rod? I don't even remember. Let me see what spinning rods I have. Model 1's like, if you're asking about spinning rods or bait casting rods, Model 1 is the right answer at least 30% of the time. What's up, Salty? How's Tricks? I don't even know how to answer that question. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. What load cap do you want? How much are you going to overload your Narga? I mean, at least on the casting side, on the casting side, the Model 1 is 35, which is more than enough. Which you do want. You want some breathing room there. That's why I kind of feel like for Volkov, that might be the area you're like reaching for. That's the right answer. No problem. Nice comparison there, David. So a little better spool, a little better repair cost. Absolutely salty. No secrets here. Here, let's just open it up this way. There you go. Take a look. You can look as long as you want. Feel free to check it out. And go ahead and take notes. Ooh, somebody caught a nice linear? I haven't seen a linear here. I wonder if they're fishing somewhere else then. The joke is on me. The joke is on me. That's often the case. I think the linears, the linears may be here. I just may not have hit one yet, but I think I remember more linears over at the Peg 1. Is Peg 1 still active? Is that the other spot people are hitting still? Yeah, no linears yet. Who got the linear? Blocking for life. That is a nice linear. Good grief. Merc Jake. Did I get a weekly or something? How does he even know to ask me where? Did something come up? Ah, mirror albino. Crap, I don't know which fish that came in on. I mean, which bait that came in on. Caviar 20. Actually, I should have told him I caught it on a foam rubber fish. Missed opportunities. Has to be a blue one, though. You gotta paint it. Honestly, Windy Bass says, what are you using for bait? Two rods, I've got Caviar 20 boilies with Caviar yellow corn. One rod, I have Garlic and Mussel 20 with garlic corn. No, mussel corn. Craft brand. What would you say is a good lake for XP at level 19? I mean, honestly, I would say that, like, if you're into spin fishing and trolling, if Corey is active at all, then just trolling Corey might be a good option. Hey, maybe I'll remember to turn this little carp into a dinner. I always forget to at the end of the session, though. Go take all your juveniles and cook them up, fry them up, whatever you do to carp. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I don't think so, Flabus. As long as you're on some good fish. If it gets really slow, then like I don't know. If you're wanting to spin fish or troll, obviously that's your best bet. If you've got feeder setups, I think there's a pretty active bream spot at Old Berg. But bream, like, I feel like bream are really not that good for XP. Bream are better if you're trying to get silver and or if you're trying to level up your skills. Not the best for XP. Do they have those orange carp here? Like the red ones? The different Starvus? Like these? There's two red Starvus ones, right? Red Starvus mirrors and red Starvus scalies. I haven't caught one here yet. They've got them in the game. Are you asking if they have them in the game, Musaka? Those red Starvus ones that kind of look like koi are here at Amber. That's the first place you can catch them at in game. Jake. Good old Jake. Yeah, they do have it at Amber, for sure. Amber, I mean, that's part of what makes Amber worth, like, waiting for in terms of carp fishing is there's just such a variety of carp here. Albinos and just, yeah, mirrors, leathers, linears. There's just so many different carp here. It makes it just a lot of fun. What's our largest one we've caught? 10 and a half. Yet you still feel like if you're patient enough, you will eventually get a trophy here. We've got like 10 hours or 9.5 hours in game to get that common carp trophy, or that order's rotating out. On average it is, Flappus, but it completely depends on the week. Completely depends on the week. But on average, yes. If you get a decent week of salmon, asp trolling, Xander even, your silver per hour is probably a little higher than Corey, but like I said, that can change greatly. That's why you still see high level players occasionally going back at Corey and fishing. That happens a little less if you're trying to get like maximum silver or XP. It happens a little less these days because Tunguska has just been so dang good. But for the most part, you know, typically high level players just fish where the best fishing spots are. Only a mil off of Amber. That is awesome, Turnip Squirrel. Torn Up Squirrel. I say your name different every time I say it. My goal is Amber. Looks so good. Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, it's partly Amber itself, and it's partly just the amount of frickin' rigs, boilies, dips, corn, pellets, PVA ingredients that they have in the game. Yeah, that's true. A lot of folks grind it out at Volkov to save for their gear. I think that's probably a fair statement. Ooh, good idea, David. And that's a completely different style of fishing too. Definitely some good variety and still reasonable silver and XP. Hey, there's a linear. Linear are here. So maybe Blocking for Life is fishing here. Man, oh man. Yeah, we're starting to get into the slower part of the day, by the way. We're not there yet. We still might get a couple more, and then it's going to slow down a little bit. Have a chance to look at this PoE guide, and then start our then we'll start our reaction YouTube channel. Oh gosh. Okay. Is there any let's see. I wonder if this guide has any like, oh, this guide looks really good, by the way. But no videos, huh? No videos of what it really looks like. Oh, you can craft your own gear. So smart to include that in guides these days, because there's so much more you can do with crafting. Forward. Table of contents. Introduction to the vortex. This is what we want to know, is just how does it work? You made a video about it, that's how I know? Ah, nice. You know what's funny though, David? I never really thought of that as an XP spot. Are the XP on those fish pretty good? Or if I have thought about it, I've forgotten it. Let me say that, because you may have seen a video of me talking about the XP. I don't know, but this is a small one. Yeah, during the middle of the day here, the size of the carp have gone down a little bit. We had that one juvenile. It was still a marker, but just barely. That's crazy. Yeah, that does seem legit. Alright, Vortex is an instant cast spell. It deals an initial hit of cold damage. Man, did y'all hear the news? I know y'all are so concerned about this, but the WoW expansion Shadowlands got delayed. COVID strikes again. At least that's what they're blaming it on, partially. I think they just realized it needs a lot more polish. Indefinitely delayed. I think it'll still be before the end of the year, but still. Oof. Cold damage in a circle centered on the caster's feet and leaves behind that circle on the ground, dealing cold damage over time. That's cool. Instant cast means the casting does not interrupt character's movement, and it stays in that location. Applies increase to your spell damage to its damage over time. The Frostbolt interaction with Vortex can be ignored. This build does not utilize it. Cold Snap is similar to Vortex, but there's differences. Vortex has incredibly high DPS uptime, as explained below. Why Vortex? Why Occultist? Pros and cons. What are the cons? I mean, almost every build has this as a con, that there's going to be some map mods that kind of screw you over. It cannot clear Hall of Grandmasters. I don't even know what that is. I've really never made it to like the very, very end game. There's path building. Oh, there are videos. Let's just see what it looks like. With Vortex, you basically put down a huge circle of AoE damage and everything freezes and explodes around you. Rush into groups, cast it, and boom. Currently playing Carrion Golem Summoner. It's pricey, though. That's awesome sounding. What is going on with this ad? It's lasting forever. Can I skip it? I want to skip you. Alright, I just want to see a little bit of gameplay, actually. Let's do it. Oh, is this a boss fight? Alright, there's the AoE, I guess. Is that the circle of AoE? Alright, this is actually a good thing to see, because I was curious, how's it do about single bosses? He's going down pretty good. Alright, cool. I'll look into that more. Whoa, we've got fish on. It's a kind of a meta build this league, so drives prices up. Ah, gotcha. This is an in-boss, final boss Cyrus. Yeah, I've never even done that stuff. The farthest I've gotten in PoE ever before I've lost interest is just like grinding through maps and stuff. Although I feel like, at least in the past, I haven't done it in a while, but in the past, every time I would do it, I would get a little farther. It's kind of creeping my way up. I always get distracted. There's so much fun stuff to do. I'm never very focused in my approach. It's another juvenile. So juvenile. Armstrong's playing Among Us? I've never played Among Us. It looks a little stressful to me, to be honest. Totally could be RNG, but the fact that we already had 2 rare carp and the limited amount of time we've been fishing is kind of interesting. You fished this same spot today for 5 hours, only 600 silver. Are you spotting or slingshotting or anything, David? You did use spot? Okay. Well, yeah, that's interesting. That's not a great silver per hour, is it? Not great. $124, really, Sergeant? So were you using the same baits I'm using right now? Or different? You had a 10 kilo barbel? So were you using fishy stuff? No, okay, I guess that could be mussel. I mean, I am using fishy stuff. What am I saying? A 10 kilo barbel, that's crazy. Holy cow. The San Diego Cardinals game has gotten close. Muscle 20 and green corn. Okay, cool. So, Wendy, are you using same baits? Windy bass? It might be the difference in PVA, to be honest with you. It does make a difference, especially in some spots at Amber. It can be really PVA sensitive. Oyster 20, caviar 16. Yeah, that's a good call, Sergeant. It's like, sometimes it's worth having at least one rod in that doesn't have the corn on it, like actually have double boilie. I think that does give you a chance at getting a little bigger fish, sometimes. I like that move. My Twins kept their history of playoff losers. Are they already out? I don't even know who the Twins are playing. I really, with all of these games the last couple days, being like most of them during the day while I was working, like I just didn't get to see much of anything. I didn't even hardly get to see my Braves. It's very annoying not getting to see the Braves playoff games live. Very annoying. Your Cards somehow are winning. Yeah, I mean, the Cards are about to eliminate San Diego. Oh, I just looked at the score wrong. I thought it was 4-4, but I guess it was 4-2. Now it's 5-2. Okay. Lost 2 in a row to the Astros. That's a tough draw. Right? Still not playing RF4 Wrangler. I'm using mussel and caviar and only have 1 rod. You're only fishing with 1 rod, Windy Bass? That's a miserable way to fish amber, honestly. Yeah, can you imagine the Astros, what their season would have been like if COVID hadn't happened? If you're only fishing with 1 rod, like, I mean, you know, you could do it and just so you can experience catching some carp, but that's just going to be really slow. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you need to make the money somewhere else. You really need 3 setups here, honestly. But if I was only fishing with 1 rod, I think I would do... Oh, look at this. Is that a frame? Every carp is here. Every carp in one spot. Actually, we haven't seen leather yet, which is funny because this is the spot that named leather was caught at. If I was fishing with 1 rod, man, I would want to have something that had the highest bite rate possible. So probably like 15 size boilie and a piece of corn on it. Like mussel 15 and green mussel corn or something. It's just going to be so slow. $5 hours, not 1 leather carp? Okay. So everything except for the leathers are pretty much here? I mean, that's crazy. The variety of carp in this one spot. And you're catching barbels here? No wonder the bite rate's good. So many different fish or have a possibility of spawning in. Yeah, maybe so. Speaking of comps, I'm not even sure if I'm going to play a ton of RF4 this weekend, but I may. I'm hoping to get to stream a good bit this weekend. But let's see, like, in case I do play Russian Fishing 4 a lot this weekend, what are there in terms of, is there a weekend comp? That's what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. Is there a weekend comp to sign up for? Forum tournaments. Well, I didn't participate in the annual cup, so I certainly can't get into the final. October 2nd, so this is a tournament. There's already 222 registered. What's the tournament going to be, though? Or what's the comp going to be? Oh my gosh, I hate these comps. Not hate them, but they're kind of annoying. A 1.5 gram roach. A trophy 4.6 tench and a trophy 2. So it's all trophies, just different species. I'll register just in case. I mean, that could be kind of fun for streaming. You know what I mean? But just because you'll be fishing for, I'd be fishing for stuff I don't normally fish for. A 1.5, I know where I would get that. 4.6 tench, I know where I would get that. 2.2 gibble, I know where I would get that. Okay. Just figured it. I just won. I just won in my mind. That's where the winning happens. In your mind. 2 or 3 days before it even starts. We just won that quick. Absolutely, Flavis. Sometimes they have like low to mid-level comps. You should definitely do those while you're leveling up. Because if you happen to win, you just get such good either gear or silver, gold, free premium. And also always look at the fish of the week, which is something I haven't done in ages. What is the fish of the week right now, speaking of? several pieces of gear that I have were won in Fish of the Week competitions. You got to switch to standalone. If you want to do the comps, you got to switch to standalone, which is very easy to do. I would recommend it. I think overall there's probably less problems. I think they're more on top of things with the standalone than the Steam version. Just my personal opinion. No. You don't have to restart. You just have to send an email from your registered email to request, or whatever your Steam email is, I guess. You send it to, like, golly, what it's listed on the forum. Is it RF4 transfer? RF4 game dot transfer RF? I can't remember. We can find it for you. It's somewhere. It's on the forum how you do it. But no, you don't have to switch anything. What was I going to look at? Could have sworn I was just about to look at something. Holy cow, it got loud. Ooh, rhino beetle. Oh, I was going to look at Fish of the Week. That's what I was going to look at. Sorry, Mr. Donnie. It won't let you post a link. If you want to whisper it to me, I can post it for you. Or if you want to do it without the .com, it won't show up as a. Is there a real difference? Not really, David. I mean, the real difference is you can participate in competitions, in official competitions. What was I going to look at? Yeah, I remember now. What the bite rate? Transfer. Maybe it's transfer at rf4game.com. I think it's transfer at rf4game.com. Yeah, I know. It freaking blocked your thing because it thought you were trying to do a link. I'll post it and you tell me if I post it correctly. Come on, fish. What are you? Mirror? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Do I have 34 fish in 1 real hour? 47 minutes. Alright, let's see. Transfer at rf4game.com. Does that look right? Somebody give me a heck yeah if that looks right. Why is this not? Thank you, Mr. Donnie. All right, where is the? You know what I'm saying. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. All right, we got 3 left. Oh, it's the Black Sea Shemaya. The reward is, I don't know if I even want to go for that. Okay, has there been a blue tag yet? No. Several trophies, though. 2 trophies. Yeah, we're probably not going to get it at this point. Although that is not bad, as we were saying. XP and silver to go for. Do I want to do that this weekend, though? I don't know. How's the delay? How the delay? Wait, what are you asking? How the delay? They haven't said a date for release yet. Guessing late November? That is a guess, though. Maybe so, David. Who knows? What do you need to tell them? All right, this is what you need to tell them. You want to say, hey, I want to transfer my Steam account to the standalone. That is the right thing to do, right? I think it is. You can go to the Russian Fishing 4 forums, and there's a whole write-up about how you do this. It's very easy. And once the person who handles that, which is Elwoodieth, gets it, I guess you do need to tell them which region you want to go to. Like, you know, like if you're in the US or if you're in the EU or whatever. But once they get the email, like, they transfer it pretty quick. And then the next step is, if you haven't ever been to their website, the next step is you got to go download the standalone launcher, download the game through their launcher. And then you'll just sign in right through the launcher. You'll no longer launch it from Steam. You'll launch it through the standalone launcher. So, let's see. I know it sounds complicated, the way I've just said it, but it's really not. And then the forum is connected to that website. You can go to the forum and find the post if you want to, or you can just dir it. You can just dir it. What's up, Thea? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Have I caught any big ones? Not really. We're having fun, though. We've caught some rare ones, which is kind of nice. Thea, do you still play WoW at all? You mostly play Diablo, though, right? What are you playing these days, Thea? No problem, Flabbus. Oh, don't dig. We got a fish on. Best region is Russia? I mean, yeah. The deal with the Russian server is there's just a lot of Russian players on that server. Same with China. There are way more, like, I don't know what the numbers are, but there are way more people playing compared to, like, let's say the NA server. It's like, just think of like number of lines in the water. You're bound to catch bigger fish when you've got that many more people fishing. You know what I mean? DDO, nice. So no Lotro, huh? Just DDO? Good grief. I went back and tried to play DDO again, like maybe a year ago, whatever. Could not do it. I can't even hardly get into Lotro anymore. Wish I could. Wish I could. Some of my best memories were playing Lotro. The Lotro community is such a good community. Kind of like RF4. You couldn't get into Lotro. Gotcha. I mean, if a trophy was going to come in, this is kind of the time of day you think it might. Or even maybe early morning, but I don't know why. I'm just not necessarily feeling like we're about to catch a trophy. It's just like, seems like right now, for me at least, this is more just a high quantity spot, not necessarily just quality. Bite rate is crazy. Yeah, it's been really nice. It's been consistently nice. We have missed the common carp trophy though, cafe order. I wonder what new order posted. I'm gonna have to go back at some point and make more PVA. This bite rate has actually like driven through my PVA stack. But it'll be kind of nice to see, like, we're almost at 1 hour. It might be nice to see how many PVA. Let's see. I'll look in a second. How much PVA do I have left? It'd be nice to see kind of what we make in 1 hour here. This spot feels pretty decent for silver right now, for me. What's up, Keeler? What did you ask me, Keeler? What spot am I at? God, I can't even freaking do the joke. Freaking moving the whole screen around. It's like an earthquake's happening on Twitch. I'm at 120. I'm at 156.14. There it goes. Freaking earthquake, man. Sorry about that. Who knew the earthquakes would be out here in the southeast? Let's go right there. That looks like a good spot to live at. Yeah, 124.66 Keeler. What a dig, man. That's about like 400 silver worth of sturgeon right there. I can just feel it. One dig, 400 silver. G8. Yes, indeed. G8. By the way, some people are using clip 30 here. Like, if you're getting a slow bite rate, put it on 30 for a little bit. See if that helps. Is it worth it to make my own leaders? Do you have the tool yet? I mean, it's expensive to buy the tool, but if you have the tool, absolutely, just make your own leaders. Lucky Craft Lures. Greetings. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. What is the tool, chat? 600 silver, something like that? I mean, it's worth it in the long run, but it is a lot of silver on the front end. What'd you like the best, David? The most common ones I've seen are, there's a barbel. Most common clips I've seen for here is 30 and 35 recently. But I like 35 because honestly, sometimes this clip is like 40 or 45. So that's why I felt like 35 is probably worth staying at. But is that right, Lucky Craft? Yeah, I think 35 right now is probably overall the best, but 35 was better? Okay. The bite rate is so good. This is one of those spots where it's almost tempting to go ahead and put like one larger hook in and see if you can like tilt the numbers in your favor a little bit on the trophy size. That's awesome. Last two Tagaras. That's great. Keeler, the clip is 35. How much is a Tagara? It's about a month and a half. It's about a month and a half of full-time dedication. I think a Tagara is 17, 18K, something like that. $17.7. Yeah, it could slow down in your second hour. The thing is, though, I think with the way that Amber's been acting lately, sometimes it's worth sitting it out through the second hour. Even if the bite rate slows down sometimes, I feel like sometimes that's when bigger fish come in. Just depends. I mean, every spot can be a little different, and it's random for everybody, but sometimes spots are worth sitting on. Why does everyone use that gold reel for catfish? I don't know. You talking about Venga? I mean, the Venga's a really strong reel. You just have to use strong reels for catfish. They have huge mechs. My favorite combination for cats is... Where is it? It's right here. Barracuda or whatever rod with the Taiga C30. But a lot of people do use the Venga. Where is my Venga, by the way? Am I using my Venga? Is my Venga in a shop somewhere? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. I need to look at a spinning reel for Venga. This is probably the reel you're talking about. It's just got a really strong mech. Yeah, it's the Venga. Vengas are really expensive. You can definitely spend a lot less silver than that to go for cats. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the spot slows down, and that's when the special fish start coming in, but it's just random. I just don't think that... I don't know. Sometimes it's worth moving after an hour. Sometimes it's worth just sitting it out. That's awesome. What do you have besides Everest, Lucky? You've got one Tagara, one Everest, and what's your other one? It takes so much to get to level 41. That's because level 40 was a soft cap. Once you get to 41, it's not as long to get to 42, if that makes sense. Caught common, picked up next rod, trophy mirror. That's awesome. Both of y'all had the same thing. Yeah, they put a soft cap in back in the beginning when they kind of thought that 40 would be as high as anybody would get, you know? And then they just never took it out. Oh, you've got two Everests. For level 15, what should I fish for? Silver XP? Well, I think there's a bream spot at Old Berg now, isn't there? I'd do bream at Old Berg, unless winding is great bream right now. I don't know about winding bream. I would look for bream and tench and that kind of stuff. You're probably sick of crucian gibbles, aren't you? I'd try to get on the bream march. Some of it depends on how much you've leveled up your bait harvesting, though, because you really need to be able to get to the bream baits to be able to craft them. Things like at least pearl barley. If you have pearl barley, you can usually make it work, but it's really good when you start opening up like cottage cheese or garlic dough or pea porridge, some of those baits. And then see if you can get on the tench at Old Berg or go for eels at night. Or I didn't know that winding's been hot for bream. As long as you've got a hot bream spot, you're good. Fish probably do sell for a little more at Old Berg compared to winding, maybe. There's going to be more bream orders at Old Berg, I feel like, for the cafe, but 67, 157 at Amber. Is that peg one? 67, 150. Isn't that peg one or not? I think that's peg one. What's up, Acid? Welcome back. Yeah, you shouldn't run into grass carp if you're fishing for bream, though. Not much, at least. You might occasionally get a common, but I guess the time you'll run into grass carp, if you're taking my advice, is when you're trying to get on the tench. Then you're in more danger. Yes, 3157. That's exactly right. That's the Old Berg bream right now. Well, we've got 15 more PVA, so let's stay here through the end of our PVA stack. And then maybe we'll try peg one. That's 30 clip currently, right? I feel like this spot's better than peg one for me, but yeah, it'd be some variety. See how it feels over there. Did you see me like soft throw that? I did not quite go the full. Yeah, it just depends. Honestly, sometimes you'll get on a tench spot where the grass carp aren't active. So then you can just full steam ahead go for it with cheese or whatever. But that's not always the case. Holy cow, is that Tatis? Oh my goodness. Tatis just hit a 3-run homer. That kid is so good. He's like MVP level these days. You got two 20-plus kilo grass carp, but you also got a trophy tench. 35 clip. Okay, thanks, Sergeant. So same clip both spots. That's convenient. Well, it's a one-run game, bottom of the 6th. Still one out. And the Cardinals have been through several pitchers, or 3 pitchers now, I think. All right, thank you, Lucky. Wow. You kind of see the textures of the rock now. That's cool. 2 fish burgers, please. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Crazy name. How about those fish burgers? Sushi burgers. Oh, that's a strike. I'm really surprised I haven't seen more barbel. I was expecting to like have a decent amount of barbel here. Maybe if we had the smaller boilies, right? Like 15s, we'd see even more. Binoculars. Binoculars. I can't remember if that's the regular store. Is that the bait shop? Or is that the warehouse or the workshop? I have no idea how much they are. I can check when we reset though. Tackle store. It's under accessories. Thank you, Acid. I feel like they're kind of pricey. I don't remember what pricey means, but I remember when I got the binoculars, I was like, okay, it's a little bit of silver. But I do like being able to zoom in twice. Ooh, Mista uploaded a YouTube video. I like Mista videos. Let's see what Mista was up to.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new episode of Russian Fishing 4, and today we are at, what's this?
Hey.
We are at Belea, and I am trying to farm
150 silver? Hey, y'all go support Mista's YouTube if you haven't already.
Trophy. So, people have been getting bleak trophies here, and that's why I came here. So let's see how it goes.
Bleak trophies. Yikes.
Holy cow. First one.
That's a roach.
Roach. Okay, we are supposed to cast at 50% strength here. So let's see how it goes. I'm actually going to run out of flies soon.
I really like bleak on telescopic, to be honest with you. I don't know that it makes a difference bite rate or anything, but it's really nice just to be able to flip them in with the telerods.
For brown trout and maybe break our target. Break our record of 1.88 kilos. Because right now we have very big rods and we can easily net in any fish we want with ease. Because we are ready for Volkov. We have gone into Volkov, and I'm hoping to hook something big.
172 silver at Belaya River. That's how much they cost. Got 2 barbel and medium hooks. Oh, interesting. So you're really like targeting the barbel. What bait were you using, David? Still the same baits, or did you adjust baits too? Winding might be cheaper than Belaya? Yeah, it might be. I can't remember. I mean, they should be the same, at least at like Mosquito, Winding, Sura, Octuba. Right? Should be the same at those 4. And Volkov. Yeah. Volkov. Good call. Don't forget about Volkov. The place where we all buy our stuff. Mussel and green mussel. Okay, cool. That's smart. Get that little lower hook size. Alright, so that's a cool video by Mista. I wonder if he ends up getting one. Well, the reason why you want to buy stuff at Volkov is when you're leveling up, it's the first place you go to that doesn't run out of stock very much. It's a city versus like a little outcast place somewhere in the wilderness. So they theoretically get a lot more stock shipped there. And the prices are good. The prices are good. Alright, who else uploaded a video today? Grosy did some videos on his trophy sturgeons. Dace at Winding River. All right, let's... Are we getting a bite on the middle rod? Yeah. When you get to Volkov, you really never have to worry about... It's tied up. San Diego has tied up this frickin' game. This is crazy. All right, let's see what this is. This is like gonna be in another language, I think. But I want to see what they're doing. Oh, it's Dragon Char at Tunguska.
Servus, Angelfreunde. Und
All right, he's using the Vico. Whoa, look at that. Daggum.
Seesäblich.
Did you see how fast that retrieval was?
Aber bevor wir mit dem Video fortfahren, habe ich noch einige Informationen für euch. Wie den meisten schon bekannt ist,
Yeah, it's quite frustrating being out of stock. Everything's being out of stock.
entschlossen, dass das der beste Weg für mich ist. Es herrscht kein
You were aiming for scaleless albino? Why did you put smaller hook on for that?
Ich werde mich jetzt
I'm just
auf jeden Fall
curious.
wieder mehr auf meine Videos konzentrieren und auch wieder mehr
This is gonna be a nice one.
in der Woche. Ich habe in den letzten Wochen nicht wirklich viel Videos von RF4 gezeigt. Der erste Grund war, dass ich zeitlich
Scaleless albinos are small?
war. Und der zweite Grund war, dass ich nicht wirklich vieles gefangen habe, wenn ich dann schon
Come on, I want to see what size the fish is.
und die haben auch
I've never caught one of these. I mean, I've hardly gone for them, but
Also
3 kilo
keine
carp.
Panik, Leute.
All right, look how fast he was reeling here at the beginning.
Freunde.
All right, there's the cast. Hold on.
Willkommen zu einem weiteren Servus,
Okay, full
Angelfreunde.
cast. All right, watch this. He doesn't show the real speed he's using. Is that just straight retrieval? What? He's just straight retrieval the spoon? Is that how you go for those fish? Nice video, dude. I like it. I don't know what real speed. It didn't show it. I posted the video in the chat if you want to look more closely, though. It's like straight retrieval and he's using a spoon. Exactly, Flabus. 5 kilo? Is that like what the weekly is right now on scaleless albino? I mean, they get big, right? Don't they get to be normal carp size? Or am I crazy? You jig step for 3 days, you only got 4 kilo at best. Yeah, like I said, I've never caught one. I only went for it one time, like maybe 4 or 5 casts total. And this was early when Tunguska had first come out. Didn't get one. Guess we're getting morning bite right now. Whoa. Whoa. That's a decent fish over there on line 1. It really is. It's got to at least be like 10, 12 kilos minimum. It might be bigger than that. Full speed retrieve. At the moment the lure hits the water, then he adjusts. There's a cut in the video. Oh. So it's hard to tell exactly what he's doing? That's tricky. It's a little tricky. Alright, I know there's a decent fish on line 1. So let's just go ahead and get this one in really quick. Because I feel like we might be a little slow getting the line 1 in. Watch closely. Okay. If I ever clear my fish, I will. Looks like 40 or 45 speed. That's what I thought. And it's just like straight retrieval. But if there's a cut, then it might be he's doing jig step and just doesn't show it. If he's doing like 40 speed jig step, like that's not that uncommon. A lot of people do that, but What are we at here? What is this fish? When I double jig, I use 35 speed. Like when you do 2 rotations per jig. Per step. Yeah, it should be a decent one. It's no trophy, but it's got enough pull in it that it doesn't just want to come in, you know? If you're a baseball fan, like, I would say turn on the Cardinals-Padres game. It is worth watching. It's 6-6, top of the 7th. Cardinals are threatening again. Oh, I got you. 1 rotation, 2 rod. Yeah. I don't do that stuff. It like hurts my head. Yeah, it's a decent little common here. What do y'all think? 17 kilos? Largest fish we've caught in this spot today. Brewers Dodgers have started. I'm going for the Brewers, man. Underdog. They're already down 1 game. Let's see if they can make this a series tonight. Yeah, I'll take a 17, 18 kilo common for sure. All right, let me see what this looked like. Let me see if I can see what you're talking about with the I mean, he's talking the whole time, right?
Servus Angelfreunde und willkommen zu einem weiteren Video von RF4. Heute geht's den Dreiagin-Saibling und den See-Saibling.
Where's the cut? I don't see the cut. Now, to be fair, he could be talking over the video. I'm not sure he's talking while making the video.
Einem weiteren Video von RF4. Heute geht's den Dreiagin-Saibling und den See-Saibling am Gewässer.
Yeah, it looks like he's just straight retreat.
Einem weiteren Video von RF4. Heute geht's den Dreiagin-Saibling und den See-Saibling am Gewässer.
I don't know, man. Does he do a second one?
Am Laufen aufhören. Jetzt wieder mehr.
Oh, here's the cut. Alright, so now there's the cut.
Für euch. Und ich werde natürlich nicht aufhören, RF4 Videos zu machen. So, das war's mal mit den Informationen vorerst. Jetzt geht's wieder weiter mit dem Spot. Der Dreiagin-Saibling ist ziemlich schwierig zu fangen oder besser gesagt eher selten zu fangen. Man muss schon einiges an Zeit mitbringen, wenn man diesen Fisch beangeln will.
Yeah, it is a
Aber
montage.
es gehen auch zwischendrin auch ein
What do y'all think he's feeder fishing for? What do you think he's feeder fishing for here? Burbot? I mean, it's 7 in the morning. He could still have burbot lines in. What do people feeder fish back there for? Burbot and moor cats? Moor cats active back there? I didn't know that. Bite rate has definitely slowed down. It's still fine, but it has definitely slowed down. I haven't spent any time back at that lake hardly. Alright, it's a good time for me to take a bio break. Five hours, 72 fish, lots of small, start off super fast, 2 hours, and slowed way down for the next 3, yeah. About 5 million more XP and we're halfway to 41. How long have you been at level 40? Feels like 6 months. but I don't actually know. I guess I could go back and look at videos, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but remember, Flabus, like, I think Jake did it in a matter of weeks. Like, Jake went through 40 pretty quick. I happened to hit 40 at a time where I've kind of been taking a little bit of a break. I have no idea what the Rippus trophy size is. That's a good question. Oh, I was going to look at, what were we talking about? Albinos? Well, soft cap is 40, but there's no, technically there is no maximum. Where are the albinos? Which albino were you going for? Not the common scaly. The mirror, right? Oh, it's definitely a ton of XP. So the weeklies are from 15 to 19. No trophy this week so far in all regions. Or maybe it was scaleless albino. Is that what we were talking about? Let's see. David said scaleless albino. Gotcha. Yeah. So the highest weekly scaleless is 8 kilos. Wow. What's the absolute? Holy cow. They're just not big this week. Was that sweet cream? Oh my San Diego. Wow. Am I looking at the wrong thing again? Oh, absolute. Wait, why is absolute different than Amber Lake record? It's the only place you can catch them, right? Yeah, but it's the only place you can catch scaleless albinos. How cool would it be if we got a second place that's kind of like Amber Lake, but like it's different? You know what I mean? Like has its own take somehow. I mean, I don't know what it would be like. What if it's more like, you know how the Fishing Planet UK map is like this complex where it's like 5 lakes in one area? What if it's something like that? That'd be cool. I mean, I love Amber, but down the line to have another sort of like carp focused map, that'd be cool. Yeah, Weeping Willows, that's exactly right. You hooked either a big Xander or a cat or a Baltic on Ladoga with your UL. I bet that wasn't fun. I want bass fishing so bad, but sea fishing would be cool. I think that there's a chance that like Caspian Sea or something could be the next map. That's just a personal gut feeling. No inside information at all. Just thinking. Pike and Chub trophy order at Amber? Yikes. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I agree. I like that idea. I don't think you could always walk through these rocks. I think they used to have some physics to them. Some, like, barrierness to them. But I might be wrong. Oh, that stinks. That stinks. I hate when that happens. Become one with the environment? True. True. This is where people like to put their lanterns. Then it makes like a rock lamp at night. It's kind of cool. I thought they were an actual object. I thought that was right. I wonder why that change was made. It's a weird one. Freaking kidding me. Yeah, you can run up trees just about anywhere, I think. You can definitely do it here at Amber. You had a big one on? Yeah, there's definitely some weirdness with trees in this game still. Baltic. Huh. Oh gosh, we almost had it. I think we have a fish on though. I have not. I hear they're really good though. I hear that wild trophies have been coming out like bream. I'm such a sissy, man. I can't even throw it 35 meters. Okay, come on. It's so good you had to run from Octuba? Maybe I'll do some of that this weekend if it's still good. New map? No, I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, I think they've been working on multiple maps at the same time, so it's not necessarily like it's starting from scratch now, but it could be a little ways away, I would guess. Wild carp infested everywhere. I keep getting them while e-bream fishing. Amber carps are not that strong. Oh, you mean like they're not that hot right now? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The first hour in this spot was pretty terrific. But it has slowed down. I'm just trying to like use up the last couple pieces of PVA and then we'll move. What level do you think premium is most needed? When you get to the point where you're like trying to max out some of your skills. So like when you get to maybe 70% like bottom fishing, you'll start, those last 30% of skill points will come a lot faster with premium. You don't really need it to level up per se, but you need it to like have a better chance at skills. You'll spend a lot less silver if you have premium on like maxing out your ground bait harvesting, that stuff. I mean, wilds and big heads fight more. Oh, I see what you're saying, Acid. Absolutely. Some of that's the current, right? Some of that's the current. Plus, big heads are like grass carp. Their shape, it's just like they're nasty fighters. Wild carps fight pretty strong, but I think it's the current too. Be cool if they added a feeder pond that's better than cottage. I think a really nice, like, well, yeah, I do think a big pond would be cool. I almost would like to see them reimagine the cottage pond. I really think, like, if you look at something like Fisher Online, that starter pond, like, it's just got, it's so much more diverse. It's a lot more fun than the cottage pond. You're thinking about getting it tomorrow and getting a year of it? Yeah, that's smart, Flavis. The only thing I would say is, like, that does go on sale at least twice a year. But, I mean, you definitely save money by getting it at 3 months at a time or whatever, 6 months, 12 months, whatever, than just getting it month by month or even week by week. But they do go like 25 or 35% off of premium at times. So that's the only hesitation I would have with doing a full year, but it makes sense. Yeah, I hear you, Lucky. It's slow at the end. You go to the starter pond to do your dailies every time I play? Exactly. It's actually fun. Belarus in the Fisher Online. I don't know if I want to wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, it'll probably be at this point, like, earliest, I would say, is going to be Christmas or New Year's, right? So you could at least do, like, 3 months, and then you could add on another year once it's on sale. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah. And they don't always have sales, like, when you expect them to. So, like, at times that they've had sales in the past, they don't always do it. And then sometimes there'll be, an autumn sale or, whatever. But I feel like if you do 3 months, there's at least a reasonable chance that there'll be a sale in that time. If it was me, that's what I would do. Hey, it's a September sale. That's the other thing, though, I guess it's worth mentioning, is that we did just have a sale not that long ago. I think Tatis just hit another frickin' home run. Holy cow. I still think Freddie Freeman deserves MVP this year, but that kid is amazing. I haven't had premium in a while. I've heard his dry mix is sometimes better than PVA. What do you mean dry mix is better than PVA? I'm sure there will be a sea fishing mat for the 500-meter lines and conventional reels. That's what I'm thinking, David. You come out with all of those conventional reels, they're just begging to be mounted on the back of a boat driving around the Caspian Sea, right? Right? I don't think we're going to get an ocean map. I just don't see that for RF4. But I see an enclosed sea somewhere in Russia, like Caspian or something. Daza, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Slamming that throttle down, running 3 teasers behind the boat and getting a sailfish. All right, let's do this. Let's learn. Let's do some learning. All right. Here's the Caspian Sea, right? Caspian Sea. It's located between Europe and Asia. Part of it is in Russia, though. I feel pretty confident. Russia's to the northwest. It's bounded by Kazakhstan, Russia, Azerbaijan, Iran, and Turkmenistan. Crap, it disappeared. All right, so we know it does go up to Russia, right? Oh, that's a nice map. Map of the Caspian Sea. Here's one that's got the nations around it. Look how big it is. So here's Russia. Okay, so Caspian Sea is southeast of Russia. All right. This is the next question. Fish in the Caspian Sea. I don't want images. I actually want information. Let's see if this tells us. Oh, I don't want to look at that list. Like, what's it known for in terms of fishing? Yeah, the spot has slowed way down, although it's time of day too, right? All right. Sturgeon, herring, pike, perch, and sprat. Does anybody know what a sprat is? Mollusks, sponges. Oh, Caspian seals. Barnacles, crabs, and clams. Caspian Sea has been famous for its sturgeon fishing. I mean, do we need another sturgeon-centric map, though? We have a lot of sturgeon in the game right now. I mean, I guess that is a big deal in Russia, but... Did I say those words right? I got lucky then. Lake Baikal? I'm thinking something from far east Russia will come eventually. Vladivostok? You think it has Arctic char too? Lake Baikal, that would consume my life if that came out. Look it up. You look it up. I'm just kidding. Just joshing with you. Ooh, look how pretty that is, though. It's massive. It's massive. It's the world's largest freshwater lake by volume. What's up, Double Nuts? Nice big fish other than the sturgeon. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of feeling, too. But, I mean, I guess they like to keep it based in reality, it seems like. All right. We don't want endemic fish, I'll tell you that. Deep water sculpins. Oh, she should have a picture of it should come up. There's no picture of it. Translucent fish? They're 100 to 500 meters down. Whole spool just to get to the bottom. Bottom fishing there could be a problem. There's 2 species of grayling. That's kind of cool. I guess. Huh. What? Have tambourine will travel? Big catfish also like everywhere. Finga 20. Hey, we got some fish. Fish on. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be something like big to troll around with those conventional reels with those huge spools. That's just what I feel like. A lot more time spent on boats. But if they're going to do that, please let that coincide with some sort of boat update. You know what I mean? Take a look at their description. Conventional reels, sea trophy fishing. Yeah. No, I agree, David. I agree. It's weird to have those reels in the game if there's not plans for something like that. It's weird. Yeah, I really want to buy my own boat, and I want some customization, but that's a lot to ask, so we'll see. Yeah, sharks and tuna would be amazing. Yeah, I think there were plans. Maybe, right? Hey, it's a barbel. Our last fish is a barbel. That's cool. So we have 2 barbels. 2 barbels. A leader for a shark? Yeah, good point. It's a huge charter fishing boat that you fish from and moves endlessly like Levo's boat on Ladoga. Huh. That's interesting. So you can't control where you fish from with the boat, like it's just constantly in motion and you're fishing wherever it happens to be at? That's interesting. But if you're going to do that, it would be so much cooler if we could see each other on the boat. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me reset. I'll be right back. Yeah, I really just don't. For some reason, I just don't feel like we're getting open ocean. I mean, maybe eventually. That's just not what I'm feeling. It'd be cool. It'd be really cool. Surf casting? Yeah, if it was open ocean. I guess. I just don't see them going that direction. Like, I don't think we're going to be, you know, fishing in the ocean anytime soon. I could see a big sea, but I could be wrong. Been wrong before. I just sounded like my southern roots coming through there. I added some syllables to that word. Yeah, I kind of liked that that PVA mix we used, right? We just need some more of the caviar stuff. Yeah, I remember that at Ladoga. That would be fascinating. I've never even thought of that idea for this game. That would be really interesting. All right, so I mean, we don't really have any fish we need to hold on to for orders anyway, but this is like the worst carp order selection possible at Amber. No extra silver from the cafe right now. 651 silver. I mean, that's not bad considering what we need to do, though. Let's look at the first hour because that's really what we wanted to see. So we want to go to 53 minutes. The first hour just felt so good. 425. 651 though. 651. I always assumed that Ladoga was like feeding into something bigger. Or is that just all Ladoga? Ladoga is huge though, you're right. Like not in the game, but in real life. Is that what we're saying? Oh, all of our memory of... That's interesting. Is that because I reinstalled it? It probably is. I reinstalled this on my SSD so it wouldn't take as long to load. That's why I'm not showing all my normal just history of recipes, you know. Is caviar smell what we were using? No, black caviar. You wish you'd go past the border, yeah. Small inland sea with some areas that are brackish, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Never seen anyone fish at Ladoga and RF4. Is it not that good? It can be very good. What's his name? What's dude's name that fishes there pretty much every stream? Not every stream, but You know what I'm talking about. Why is my mind blanking? Yes, thank you. Thank you, DJ Pooney. Yep. Just gonna make one for now. I'm not sure we're gonna go through 2 bags at peg 1. It might be a lot slower, but let's go check it out. Yes. Yeah, I had a pike fishing. I had a near catastrophe trying to pull a pike over a mountain there. Frickin' trophy pike. Come on now, I just favorited that. It's a favorite now, it should show up. There it is. I think I was hitting the wrong thing, don't mind me. Oh my gosh, it's back to a 1-run game. This game is crazy. What's up, Life? How you doing? Yeah, I need to throw a bunch of my stuff in the inventory into the, like, cottage pond storage or something. It's just taking up space. I mean, it's just, like, annoying right now, some of the stuff I've got in here. Yeah, that's not bad. Pretty quick. Hooking up pretty quick here, bite-wise. So maybe this is the answer, like, spend a couple hours at the other spot, then come spend a little bit of time here. We'll see how it goes, though. Baltic Sea, the new map, maybe? Baltic Sea, yeah, that's another option, right? Is the fishing different there? We'll have to look that up. Lures, hooks, and carp baits, yep. Well, one thing I did do is I threw about like 1,000 salt packets into the cottage pond storage because I over-purchased salt when I was making egg dough. I got a little confused. So it was really bad, really annoying. This PVA is a little more expensive. Let's see. This PVA is costing, for every 30 fish on PVA, we're spending 7, 14, 21... 27, about 30 silver per 30 fish. It cuts into your profits a little bit. It's not bad though. I mean, you're making, let's say we average 300 fish per 300 silver per 30 fish, something like that. It goes way up if you catch trophies though, or even a trophy. So it's still a pretty small percentage, but it adds up a little bit. So an early thing I had 40 minutes on catching fish, and I'm catching 13 kilo wild carp on the Corona Spark setup on donuts with Wacky Rig. Wow. I bet that was fun. What fish are in the Baltic Sea? It's brackish water. Brill, broad-nosed pipefish, burbot, carp. Carp bream. What's a carp bream? Cod, European eel, sculpin, garfish, herring, perch 2, perch 1, pike, roach, goby, salmon, snake, blenny, 3-spine stickleback, zander. That's kind of a cool sight, actually. Salmon. There's a little bit of everything. What is a bream? Whoa. Carp bream. So is that what the bream are called that we catch in this game? Carp bream? Because they're definitely not brim or bream or whatever you catch in America. 2 to 4 kilos. That sounds about right. Yeah, it sounds about right. Hey there. Hey there, Mr. Carp. I was thinking earlier, you were driving in circles for an hour. I bet. I bet you were. Dude just lost his bat. Oh, Gratz life. Line 1 is getting all the bites. We've got a carp on line 1. Let's hope this is a barbel, actually. The perfect common. 3 kilos. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. The Baltic Sea goes right into St. Petersburg. So it's more like, in terms of what Russia touches, it'd be more like the Gulf of Finland. I don't know. But I mean, a lot of people live right in that part of Russia, right? So a lot of people do fish off the Gulf of Finland or Baltic Sea, technically. That's kind of interesting. Right in Lake Ladoga. Is that right? Is that where Lake Ladoga is? I have no idea. I've looked that up before, but I don't remember. That's funny. Can't get away from those bream. Yep, I did not remember to cook the carp last time. I didn't either. On a quicker, I wouldn't have known that either. Ladoga's right next to St. Petersburg? Oh, cool. Does Amber Lake exist in real life as well? I don't think so. It might be based off of something, but I don't think there's an exact replica. If this isn't a barbel, we're sad right now. Oh, this is like a minnow. Is that like a little, yeah, I thought it was a little linear. Halibut fishing would be cool. Yeah, Volkov's a real city, right? Real water body as well. Halibut would be worse than belugas? Really? In terms of their size, you mean? They get stuck on the bottom like catfish. You fish for them in Alaska? That's awesome. Halibuts can get huge, yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Though there was going to be an issue when Octuba was implemented in Fishing Planet, thought RF4 would lose it. Was there drama? I didn't hear about that. It's so different, though. Like, not near as good. $250 feet of water? Yeah. In what life? What are you talking about? Talking about in this game? What? Are you pulling my chain? Is this like a punchline? Is this like... Do you know how to fit an elephant in a raceway bag? Oh, no. Yeah, the two can't be compared. I agree. Nah, we're just speculating because we were just talking about just theoretically what we think the next map will be, based mostly on the fact that those conventional reels got added, you know? 513 pounds? What's that, halibut? So that's not near as big as a beluga, right? That's what, 210 kilos or something? Feels heavier. Ooh, feels like that fish popped off. What about the new reels make you think big place? Oh my gosh, another home run. This game, holy cow. This can be an instant classic. The new reels. They are huge. I always go to the wrong one. Oh, crap. How do I... in the store, I guess you probably see the description more. But they're these, like, power fishing, trolling, great pull. In the description, it even mentions sea fishing. In the store, I guess, when you're looking at it. There are these just like big trolling reels. Is that right? 20-pound halibut can pull drag from when it's as tight as I can crank the drag. The reels have harness clips on it. Yep. Can hold, yes. And that's a cheap one too. That one's like 10K. They go up to 70, 80K, 90K, whatever the top one is. I don't even remember. You don't get them off the bottom really fast, they'll bury themselves. All flounder species do that? Yeah. That is interesting. That's funny. They have definitely done a good job in RF4 of, like, you can actually tell when you're fighting a big fish in the current versus not in current. So far, I feel like the bite rate over here is fine. It's not like quite as good, but it's fine. It's the quality of the fish isn't quite as high though. At least in the short amount of time we've been here. That's common size in the Atlantic. That was a weird bite there. Like moving the bait around or something. There we go. Maybe the quality will go up now that it's morning. We'll see. Just common. So far, no barbel over here. For me, at least. That's not a bad common carp there, though. 10 kilo. Watched the video of someone fighting with a monster halibut. In the postseason, there's only 2 pairs of teammates to have 2 home runs each in one game. Will Myers and ooh, that's a nice fish. And Tatis did it tonight. The previous 2 was Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Oh, is that right? I remember I used to catch alligator gar when I was bass fishing with my dad down on like in the Gulf, like around the Panhandle area, and some of those like rivers and stuff. They were kind of nasty. It was not exciting when we hooked into an alligator gar. Used a fighting belt and your arm was still dead. Sturgeon in Ontario. It's more fun fishing them in RF4. That's funny. This is a decent fish. Yeah, it's alright. Sturgeon is pretty lax. Just go to spot, sit 15 minutes, no bites, move to the next hole. The largest fish we caught at the other spot was 17.7 or 17.8 kilos. I'd say this one might be a little bigger. Holy cow. Did I not reset the... My question on that first line is, did I reset my friction? Or is it just like a 10 kilo carp pulling line? I think I did. I think I did put my friction up, so that might be another decent one. Let's see if we can get this one in. Yeah, alligator gar are kind of nasty, man. It's like, you feel like your hands are in great peril when you try to get your lure back. Big ones, we would just cut the line. Just be like, all right, that lure's gone. I mean, they're just scary. Especially if they swallow it. Okay, wait, what am I gonna do now? Reach my hand in that giant teethy mouth. I don't care if you got gloves on or not. It looks quite intense. 19K? Yeah, maybe. It's weird. Sometimes it's like they don't all fight the same, you know? Pike can be really scary when they freak out on the boat. I would think so, yeah. I mean, I've never gone pike fishing, but yeah, I would think so. Grats on your trophy, Luminous. First trophy, Tunguska. Very nice. Yeah, that's probably a good call. If it's a common, this could be a trophy. If it's anything else, it may not be a trophy. £150 cat in real life? Wow. What were you fishing with, bait-wise? Did you have a bait fish on there, or using, like, something dead? Yeah, they may be life. I'm not sure. They were nasty. The treble hooks. Bait fish? Yeah, I figured. It is not a common. It still may be a trophy. He's got a pretty good belly on him, doesn't he? I guess it's like a mirror, maybe? Early morning mirror. It's definitely not much of a trophy if it is one. I think it's going to be just under a trophy. Just under, isn't it? Oh, just barely made it. Barely made it. All right, I'm gonna get this little guy in real quick because we've got another decent size on the first line. This thing swam all the way to shore. Look, he's just waiting on us right there. We caught him 35 meters out. He swam to about 8 meters out. Thank you, thank you. You have a private pond with a lot of fish? You have 10-pound bass there? Wow. That's some serious bass. Yep, another decent fish. Let's see what this feels like. So whatever this is, it's technically back to back with the trophy mirror, because this fish has been on this line for a while. I don't know. This one might be a little smaller. It was definitely pulling the line when I wasn't holding the rod, but It's not pulling it now at all. You threw a 26 boilie? Nice. Yeah, I wanted to see what the spots felt like. I mean, if I keep doing this, like if I fish in these spots this weekend, if they're still good, I might try a little larger hook on at least one line. Because I feel like the bite rate's strong enough to support that, but... Yeah, don't put the wrong fish in your pond, yeah. I can't believe this game, guys. It's 11-9. San Diego's on top now. But the Cardinals, it's the 9th inning, but the Cardinals have got 2 people on with no outs. It has just been back and forth all night. Look at that. 2 people just got lost a fish at the same time. I'm like, okay, don't touch anything for a minute here. You've called 24 common tonight at the other spot? Yeah, I think this spot could probably support, or the other spot or this spot, 1-0s or 2-0s even. At least on one rod. I mean, if I'm streaming, I don't want to slow the bite rate down too much, but... Okay, the other thing about the other spot, though, after it like has time to rest, the other spot had more rare carp for me so far, right? And that's always tempting. I mean, if you can get a decent one, the amount of XP and silver really goes up on those. 5 minutes ago? Nice. All right, let's get a look at this one. I was almost hoping this one would be common, because I think the only chance on trophy was common. I think. This one just feels a little smaller than the last one. It's definitely belly up. A lot smaller. All right, let's test our theory here. See if that kills the bite rate. Look at this. Did we just get our second trophy of the night? Boom. I feel like I'm a mosquito. Metric only in this one. I love how I get more nice ones for the crucian than the mirror. Oh, Bellow Trophy. That's awesome. I haven't had one of those yet. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I really have only fished for them one time. And by one time, I mean like over one weekend. Just like grinding out the bleak and then going and fishing for the bellows. It was a lot of fun. I made a lot of silver, but I don't think I ever had a trophy. I caught a lot of really annoying stellate sturgeon. The spot I was in, it was just like wide open, and so the stellates would just take off on you. Oh, that's scary. Starting to get into the belugas. Yeah, 2-0 hook did not kill the bite rate at all. We've caught 2 fish in a row on line 1, even since we switched the hook size. Well, that game is history. Tied up 1-1. San Diego won the game. That's funny. Bello paid for the Everest repairs. Are you going to be glad when you don't have to use your Everest anymore? You probably know this, but back in the day, that was like the best reel you could get. What's up, Cobra? Speaking of back in the day. Back in my day. I've seen videos about that. I've never actually talked to someone that's done that in real life. It sounds like very sad to me. I bet you are, Lucky. That's right, Lucky. How do I like the new Dovetail Carp game? There's been some minor changes to the fishing mechanics, but it mostly plays like other Dovetail fishing games. Except it has less content, which is a bit odd. I'm sure they've got plans with DLC, but I really thought as far as Dovetail fishing games go, the best one is probably the last one. That doesn't mean I'm not having fun playing it. I mean, it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good time over the weekend. I would say, like, if it's on a really big sale price and you're just looking to do something different, just chill over the weekend or something, like, it's worth it for that. It's never going to replace something like this. Pro Tour was, I think, a little better overall, just because there was so much more content. They tie a balloon to the duck so they know how it's moving underwater. Interesting. Fishing Sim World Pro Tour. Was that really the name of it? It was a decent game, especially for a dovetail fishing game. Like, because remember, a large part of their target audience is going to be on consoles. That is a very, that is a ridiculous name for a fishing game, if you ask me. But the game itself was decent. Yeah, I wonder that too, Masako. I wonder that too. Absolutely. I love playing 2 fishing games at once. I do that with with RF4, especially if I'm carp fishing or sturgeon, with RF4 and like, Fisher Online or even Fishing Planet. I have a lot of fun on Fishing Planet now that I can go to that Weeping Willows. It's actually pretty decent. That's the most fun I've ever had in Fishing Planet is fishing for carp at Weeping Willows. Yeah, I hear you, Flabus. I'm glad you do. Yeah, I mean, all of when they have done their surveys about that Musaka, it makes it sound like they're wanting to put fishing inside the same game, not make a different game. Do you know what I mean? So, is it going to be like really, really good and in depth, like you would expect from them, or will it just kind of be this like side thing? You know what I mean? I sat and grinded out crayfish tails in the Fisher while I was jigging for char last night. Awesome. That's awesome. You enjoy Call of the Wild? Yeah, like if you're in a hunting mood, nothing wrong with Hunter Classic or Call of the Wild. Yeah, they slipped on one of the stream. They slipped on one of the streams. Oh, did they say they're doing separate? Oh, you don't think they'll put it in Call of the Wild? If they come out with a separate fishing game, I would be really interested in what they do with it. Char didn't do good, but got loads of crayfish tails. There you go. You would expect it would be so in depth with that team, right? I'd really want them to lean heavier in the direction of Hunter Classic, though, in terms of how heavy into simulation and, just the in-depthness of it, and not try to go too arcade or casual. How many hours do I have in RF4? I don't even know. I think it'd be hard for me to figure that out. I don't play on Steam primarily, and I've played so many different accounts. So I have 2,242 days in game on this one account. I've also got another account that's high enough to fish at Amber, and then many other accounts that I've done for leveling series and stuff. Come on, Milwaukee. Let's make a series of this. Classic is still king for hunting. Classic was great. I just wish they could have updated graphics. I mean, taken a few things from Call of the Wild and merged them. But it's cool. I mean, we shouldn't complain. We've still got Classic. It's way cheaper to play now, and Call of the Wild's a great game in and of itself. That's right, David. Yeah. Nah, Classic could be really expensive. Your Steam friend has 4,000 hours on this game, and they're playing through Steam? Interesting. It's another tiny linear. That's so weird. And this is on a 2.0 hook as well. But the linears are the things that are coming out really small in this spot right now. Is it me? What's up, Crimson Knight? Do you have that many hours in your own Steam? I'm just surprised you would get 4,000 hours in and not switch to standalone. I don't know why I say that, but I kind of am. Uh-oh. Common roach. Do I have a blue tag other than the common roach? I don't think so. I think I've got 2 blue tag common roaches, right? Oh, wait, I've got 3? I don't have 3 roach. 2 roach and a gudgeon. 2 roach and a gudgeon walked into a bar. Don't be saying standalone sucks. Come on now. You switched to standalone at the dry again, Char? Nice. I'm glad I didn't do that team comp. I mean, it's fun hanging out with your team, so maybe I would have still enjoyed it. But I just don't like spin fishing that much, and especially going for a fish that can be hard to get. I think I would have gone crazy. I play all the fishing games. Me too. Honestly, I don't know which one is the best. They're all good in their own way. Well, it's definitely personal preference. There's some subjectiveness to it, but I think RF4 is, for me, clearly the best, but there's other ones that I really enjoy. I have my second account on standalone. Yeah. That comp sucked. Yeah, it seemed like it would have. I mean, I don't know. Can we please have another, I've only done one team comp, but I really want a carp team comp. I'm with you, Lucky. Fishing Planet's okay too. I just gotta be in the right headspace for it. I couldn't play Fishing Planet as much as I played this game though. You fished with people in the comp, but you weren't in the comp and it was horrible? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't do it, but it sounds like it would have been. Fisher Online is new, and wow, I'm impressed. One person made that. Yeah, absolutely. Fishing Planet's good if you like a bit of everything. Yeah, it's a good call, Crimson. Oh, no, the Dodgers are starting to go. Yes, I played Atom Fishing too. Fishing Planet is good, at least it's not spreadsheet fishing. Yeah, it's less of that at the later lakes, right, Musaka? I thought about going back and trying. I think I probably will, if I'm being honest, eventually, because I want to make a couple videos about it. But I thought about going back and trying the Fisherman now that they added the Mississippi Lake Blue Crab Lake to it. Atom Fishing 2 was okay. I didn't put enough time into it to fairly be able to make criticism of it. I'll just say that I got to a point at pretty early on where it got kind of complicated and confusing with the way that the currency crafting sort of stuff was going on. And at that point RF4 was out, so I didn't stay with it, but they asked me to try out lures. Oh, that's cool, Lucky, that you were willing to do that. It's really nice to have either someone to try out lures or someone to help you check new spots while you're going. It's not a game, it's a lifestyle. What are we talking about? RF4? Welcome to the stream, Nikki. Or Nick. Never heard of Atom Fishing 2? Yeah, it's free to play. You can check it out. It's like fishing after an apocalypse. Not the best graphics, but it's got some interesting ideas. You have to pay for Blue Crab? Yeah, that's true. You do have to pay for it. That's such a weird business model. To divide the game like that, and then to not support the game that you've made more recently, being the Fisherman, to not support it with your newest content, to take that long to come out with something new, and it's just so weird. Oldie but a goodie. Yep, that's true. M-Dog? Yes. Jean Ralphio? How's it going? Are you asking what my name is? M-Dog. Yes. M-Dog? M-Dog is fine. Fisherman is great, but had publisher changes which affected the game. Is that why they're not getting the updates? I always watch your videos, never catch you during the stream. I'm glad you made it. Welcome to the stream. You did the same thing with a salmon comp? What, like checking spots and stuff? They just need to let you be on the team at this point. The mechanics of the game is interesting. I agree with that. RF4, the best fishing game ever for me as well. You think it was salmon. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to team comps till recently. But man, I had a blast doing the one with the sturgeon. Luminous, are you in my Twitch chat as well? Uh-oh. Are we out of PVA? What are we going to do? Oh, I can make more. This spot's been okay. I think I want to stay a little longer. Before we call it for the night. Yeah, the only thing with the team comp is sometimes my schedule gets really busy with work and real life stuff. So some of it depends on like when it comes out. When the dates are going to be on how... Oh, crap. Wait, did I not make the actual PVA? I did not. I'll figure this out eventually, don't worry. This is actually something I did during the sturgeon comp. I finally realized, like, okay, let's favorite the PVA we're using so that it's easier to throw it on there as you, like, switch maps or whatever, or run out. All right, let me get caught up with chat. Sorry, I've been fumbling around with my PVA. You never got on the team because you'd take a 2-day break before the comp. I gotcha. Big Ben isn't really dealing with fishermen now. Some other company? Oh, that's weird. Found a new reel that's really good. The Sat Seagull 30. What kind of reel is that, Crimson? Try it without PVA? Ooh, that sounds brutal. I'm just kidding. I'll try it without PVA on my third rod. I don't want to do it on the first one, because it's like got the oversized hook on there. About workings intended sterling. Yes! Thank you, Life Ended. So there was a change? Is that what you're saying? So pink doesn't represent what it used to. I'll have to look at your post again, but it did make sense when I read it. What are we fishing for? Giant trophy perch? I hope not, Mystic. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Same setup, one with PVA, the other no PVA. Yes, well, okay, I can do that. That means I need to do it on my middle rod, though. Help me remember. I'll take the PVA off the middle rod, because this third rod actually has a different bait setup. So we'll go middle rod with no PVA. Does knife always only give you one piece of meat if it's unchecked fish? No. Knife gives you one piece of meat per every 500 grams, right? Up to a certain point. Cat-like carp. Cutting up your carp to catch the cat? Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, in that one way, I don't know if EWDDD is in my Twitch channel right now. Probably not, because I think they just logged onto RF4 and started talking in our in-game chat. But in that one way, Fishing Planet is harder than RF4, in my opinion. In this one way, it takes you longer to get a profit when you go to a new lake in Fishing Planet, because especially if you're not premium and if you're not high level, the margin is so like low because of how much they charge you for travel cost and a fishing license. So if you don't look up like all the best spots for grinding silver or whatever, and you're just kind of playing Fishing Planet on your own, it is brutal at some points. When you pay that travel cost, you pay for the license, you don't have any money because you're fairly low to mid-level, and then you're trying to like build up a profit. In that one way, I can see what he means about that. I feel like that's why when someone is trying to play Fishing Planet completely free to play and they're not experienced with the game and they're fairly low level, it feels very punitive, I think. Imagine if RF4 put out a game that was like The Fisherman. What would that even be? Less grindy? You pay a premium price and then you can just more quickly earn equipment and go to different places faster? You win silver for being on the weeklies of your region? Yes, I think that's true. The basic knife does 1 fish piece every 1 kilo after 500 grams. Yeah, good call. Good correction. Yes, well said. The profit in Fishing Planet takes time. Yeah, I feel that way. RF4 is more grindy than Fishing Planet. Yeah, overall, I think that's very true. In that one way, in that one specific way, is all I was talking about. But overall, I think that it requires more time in RF4 to get to places. RF4 is more dynamic too. It just feels more alive to me. For obvious reasons. Yeah, but it's still probably not grindier than RF4, right? It's just so punitive and repetitive. The amount of time that it takes feels like it's forever. Uh-oh. I think the Dodgers just blew this game open. Come on, Milwaukee. Give them a series at least. Less grindy, premium, and most important, repair costs lowered. Yeah, if RF4 did a different version. Yeah, I agree with that. RF4 is more like a sim. It's got more MMO hooks in it too. Transferring to standalone and Spain region. Nice. The new region, huh? Do you speak Spanish? Also love in RF4 how the fish moves around week to week. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not even like predictable that it's going to be week to week. Sometimes it's day to day. RF4 is more sim than any game. They all need to add is you have to go to the bathroom. You're from Portugal. So yeah, that makes sense. Portuguese to Spanish. And I've always heard that if you know Portuguese, you understand Spanish better than if you know Spanish and you're trying to catch on to Portuguese. Did I say that correct? I think that is true. I've been to Portugal, and I know some folks who have spent a lot of time in Portugal and are fluent in Portuguese. Sometimes in month to month. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some spots stay pretty same-ish for much longer than a week. That's correct. Oh, we got it right. Good. I spent 2 weeks a week and a half, 10 days, something like that in Portugal. Long time ago. Many, many, many moons ago. Acid, are you in Lisbon? Or are you somewhere else? You don't have to tell us where you are, but I'm just curious if you're in Lisbon. How is like the internet infrastructure and stuff like that in Portugal? I'm always curious about that in different countries. Heck yeah, I'd go to the Spain region. It's probably fun. Like, it's a brand new region. A lot of low-level players just learning, like, leveling through the game. That could be cool. As long as it's not a debt, like, as long as there's enough. I'd want to see maybe how populated it is. I guess you could look at weeklies and see how they're comparing, but Haven't caught a fish on the middle rod yet, so I haven't been able to take PVA off. First ever Donuts Rough. Grats. Was it a... Oh, it was a chat-worthy one? Wow. This is an interesting fish on our Megara. You're not in Lisbon. You're in the center. Okay. Infrastructure cities work pretty well because it has fiber, minimum. Okay, nice. But you're in a small village. Okay, I got you. That's cool. And that's plenty for playing the game. I've played this game off of my using my cell phone as a hotspot. You don't have to have that strong a connection to play it. This is another decent carp here, though. Is that right? You used to play all your games off hotspot? I want to see what this is. You live part of New York that's just got internet? Wow. Interesting. People at Verizon were shocked. That's funny. Okay, so this is a common. There's a chance this could be a trophy, right? I feel like this might be a trophy common. Usually the color markings on the tail are a little bit more distinct than that, right? It's not going to quite be a trophy, maybe. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. I think my amber luck is starting to change. My amber luck is starting to swing the other way, maybe. I used to go on trophy runs at Amber. And then I've just gone through, ever since Tunguska came out, like, trophies has been very rare for me. Still no bite off the middle rod, man. That middle rod's gone cold. First time seeing him dog pull out the trophy. Sad but true. Is the PVA dead on the rod? I don't know. I was planning on taking PVA off anyway just to see what the bite rate would be like, but I don't think it's been on that long. I mean, this is like a 17-hour, 16-hour PVA, so it's probably only been maybe like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours or something. But it just, compared to the other two rods, it really has not had much activity lately. Oh, that's interesting. What bait? What bait are the common roaches coming in on? I have my trophy card for mosquito, but I'm just curious. What are they coming in on? Oh crap! This is the one we're taking PVA off. We finally got a fish on here. All right, no PVA on middle rod. Cheese on size 6. Oof. Look at this. Is this our 4th trophy of the night? Whoa! All right, we got a bite without PVA. That was a much smaller fish, but and both crucian trophies have been at this spot, and both carp trophies have been at this spot. So this spot's bite rate not quite as good as the other one, but man, the trophies have been here for me and not at the other place. I think a lot of people have been catching trophies at that other place too, though. Some of y'all in chat have been catching trophies at that other place. All right, so far no PVA is doing pretty good. Although, to be fair, we're casting all 3 rods to about the same spot. And I think that it is likely that the PVA from the other 2 rods would still be impacting the 3rd rod. Just like spod would, right? You had 5 in one night. Yeah.
These clappers were made from an old cherry tree. I had them make 50 pairs of clappers from the tree, and from those 50 I chose just 1 pair. You put oil on them.
Okay. Wait,
Camellia oil. Let them sit for several weeks in a dark place, and
is there a way to oh wait, this might do it.
these clappers were made from an old cherry tree. I had them make 50 pairs of clappers from the tree.
I feel like
And from those 50, I chose just 1 pair. You put oil on them, camellia oil. Let them sit for several weeks in a dark place, and then do it again. That's how you get this beautiful color that looks as though you've lacquered them. You also get a really nice sound. As for striking the clappers together, well, there's a cord wrapped around here. It's not wrapped this way for no reason. You splay them like this, and then strike them together. For a really nice sound, 3 parts of the strength goes to your left hand, and 7 to your right. Here we go.
Nice.
That's the sound.
okay. All right. That's the sound. Still though, 5 in one night. Crazy. That's the sound, Reavers. No problem, Mar. Yo, Mar, I was playing No Man's Sky earlier. I landed on a new planet. I was exploring this building. I come out, and it's just like I'm right on the lip of this cliff, and I look down, and a huge sandworm just jumps out of the ground of the planet and like lifts over and then goes back in. It was the most amazing thing. So it was awesome. It felt like straight out of Dune. Like I was literally on Arrakis. Just beat Monica in Avengers. Why can't I remember that fight? Monica. Oh, I do remember that fight. Monica. That was a cool fight. That actually was a cool fight. She was in that suit or whatever. The bite on Wackies is so slow at night. Yeah, it really is. Well, you occasionally catch like a bream or a burbot or something, right? Have y'all seen the sandworms in No Man's Sky now? Oh my gosh. It's awesome. Let me see if I can find something, a nice, just want. Huh. Well, I wish I had been recording because I think I would have had a better recording of it than what I can find. Anyway, it's really cool. Sounds good, Amar. What'd you get a weekly in? EWD. Uh-oh. Storm incoming. Trophy mirror incoming. Yeah, we're still catching nice bite rate of carp on the no PVA. But again, I think that's a little bit of a weird comparison. Pumpkin seed, really? Nice. Is that a good one of it? Oh, I just wish I was recording. It was like right below me. It was so cool. Mr. Champy, welcome to the stream. Hurricane Carp happening at Amber. First time catching your stream, but your YouTube videos helped me a lot when I first came back to this game, so thanks a lot. No problem. Thanks for Thanks for the support and watching the vids. Appreciate you being here for the stream as well. Okay. I haven't... Alright, let's check something. Caviar. Garlic and mussel. Garlic and mussel did have one of the trophy carp on it. What's getting these little crucians? Garlic and mussel. Garlic and mussel. It's probably a good time to do it too, Life. I just don't feel like a lot of people are fishing Donits right now. No, everywhere's not easy in the U.S. Come on. Easier than other. Easier than Russia. Easier than China. But let's don't say easy. There's some pretty dedicated people fishing on this server that try to eat up those weeklies. It can be hard to get too many of them. Unless you're Jake. His skills will get him there usually, but... UL weekly or weekly in general? Well, I don't know. Maybe it is easy then. It hasn't been easy for me. I think I'm often, though, fishing for the same fish. Oh, that lightning was amazing. Fishing for the same fish a lot of other people are. Wait, what? The game was featured on GeForce Now? Is that something I can find? Easy going. Got a red starvis carp. Scaly. It's in free to play on the app. I got you. Oh, Cinepins. Okay. In my Discord channel. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, there you go. Russian fishing 4. That's cool. That's really cool. Have y'all caught any of the streams from Shimibi? I've just noticed her streaming RF4 lately. Seems like a pretty clean stream though. Like, I mean, it looks good. It says warning, internet may crash. Huh. She's in your follow list. How long's she been streaming the game for? I got a 2 kilo gray char yesterday. It was on UL. Oh, it wasn't on UL, it was on your medium light. Nice. I just saw a guy pulling a 68 kilo cat at Volkov with a Narga. Nice. Yeah, if you want cats, that's true. Trolling Volkov, you will run into cats some. That could be a decent argument for a Narga with that mech. I could see that. I can see that. Common ghost cart. Man, they're coming out. Easy going. I bet it's that other spot, though. That's where the rares are, right? She's been on for 3 hours now. I just noticed her, like, in the last week or so. I don't mean, like, how long tonight. I just... Seems like she's pretty new to streaming the game. 2 weeks. Is that right? What's up, Fish Swamper? How you doing? That's pretty good. One to 22 in 2 weeks. Is that true? You went from 22 to 28 in 2 weeks? That's some leveling. I love you, Reavers, but not because of how long you've been following me. You're now level 30? Maybe it was 3. Why are non-marker Volgazander chat-worthy? Must be bugged. There was another fish that did that in the past, right? Was it Blue Bream? There was something where you'd catch a non-marker and it'd show up in chat. You're level 34, almost level 35. I think it's nice to let a spot rest, but because those rare carp are coming out at the other spot, it's really tough. Like, we've caught 2 trophies over here, but we caught rares over there. It's kind of weird. Yeah, you're level 20, right? Or you're about to hit 20, Flavis? You were talking about Lucky Craft, right? So, Reavers, you've spent 1 month, 22 days, and 19 hours with me? Dang. Amar's got you beat. That's funny. Look at that, Cobra. 2 years, 6 months. That's awful, Reavers. That's an awful thing to say. That followage got very specific. Yeah, that's right. 3 hours, 10 minutes, 2 seconds. You're not an awful person. Okay, come on. I thought it was too, Life. You should get sub badges. What I need, what I should get, Flabus, is someone to help me with all that. I'm the worst at that stuff. I have 1 emote, and I think I'm allowed to have at least 3 or something now. Alright, we're going to give it another hour, I think. We'll go to 8:30 in game. Oh yeah, dude. I don't know how long it was. I was allowed to get that 1 emote so long ago, and took forever. Took forever. I bet it was a year. No lie. I need to figure out how to get, let me see if I can find it. I need to figure out how to get this one video that I have. I used to use it at the beginning of every YouTube video. I need to figure out how to like use it as a transition or as a start or something. Let me find, let's see. Videos, let's sort by time, oldest, and then we'll like move forward about, I don't know, a year. We'll see if they're going at this point. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Look how cool we used to be around here. Holy cow. Scared me to death. You love UL fishing, it's so fun. Where did you fish? Mostly around level 25 to 30, Volkov. There were a lot less options back then. Now the other cool thing that I used to have that I don't... Scared himself years in the future. The other thing that... I just don't know if I'll be able to find it. I used to have like my kids' voices at the beginning of YouTube videos. Oh, and they were so young, and now they're so much older. Alright, let's see if I can find that. Oh, wait. It might have been with this one. Look, this is like... Don't worry about what game I was playing, Reavers.
Dog gaming.
Welcome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just troll Volkov all day. Seems to be best thing for my level till I get enough silver and get into carping. Yeah, probably so. If you can get into carping, though, you can even go back to bear. Carp are just really good XP, or can be when it's a hot spot. Even I sound so much different. Yeah, I'm sure I do sound different. Plus, I had a different mic. I just jig char until I feel like amber, and then I go back to char. That makes sense. Hearthstone, yep. How much silver do you normally make at Volkov after 2 hours? Good question. Varies so much week to week, but that was me saying welcome in the video. Alright, hold on. We got to find one more video really quick. I will link it for you. There's no way I'm going to watch it, the whole thing. It's too embarrassing. But I do not mind humiliating myself. I just don't want to have to see it. But I'll let you watch it privately and laugh at me. It might take me a second to find it, though. General Volkov, I'll make 300, but it varies. 300 an hour? I mean, if you're making 300 an hour, I think that's pretty good. That means Volkov's pretty healthy. I feel like 200 an hour is like a baseline. If you're not hitting 200 an hour trolling Volkov, then it's probably just not good enough to troll that at that point. I laugh at you now. It will change nothing. Well, this one will make you feel sorry for me, though. Like in a pathetic kind of way. You know, someone who got 4 weekly salmons in 3 days. Wow. With cafes? Yeah. I probably shouldn't be quite as aggressive because I'm about to pop off the hook, but this is a decent little carp. Oof. I was pulling that in like it was a bream. Like that's how aggressive I was with that one. And that was no PVA for what it's worth. Alright, let me see if I can find this real quick. I know this, many of you will not care about this at all, but if you want a good sad laugh, it might be worth your time. It's not worth your time. I take that back. It's never worth your time, but alright, let me see if I can find it. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, it's funny because, okay, maybe I need to do, I was using farm as a search word. You'll understand why in a minute. That actually brought too much up because so many times I use the word farm in description of videos for fishing. Oh no. Okay, just remember this was 6 years ago. I mean, there's no excuse for it. It doesn't matter when it was. Oh my word. Look at that awesome bookcase behind me, though. Oh man, pre LASIK too. Wow. Wowzers. Honestly, this is what this video is, okay? This is me thinking that I could try to be funny. This is an example of someone not knowing themselves, right? Like you have to know yourself. If you're not funny, if you're not a comedian, you shouldn't try to be one. You know what I mean? Like you either are or you aren't. You can try to develop your talents, but if you don't have the talent, M-Dog Gaming. There you go. See, you must be funny. You're not trying, but you are anyway. All right, catch you later, David. Sorry I missed that. When am I going to podcast again? Good question. Those were the days. Holy cow. What's up, Mr. Champy? Sorry I missed your message. Yeah, I'll probably stream. It depends on the weekend, but yeah, I usually do stream a couple times during the weekend. That's funny, Lucky. That's funny. Okay. You must have had a nice fish on. Were you feeder fishing, or could you not chase it on the boat? All right, this is a sign. This little fish is a sign. Gotcha. It was going too fast. Never had one that big here. That's why when you can get a reel with a decent spool, it helps so much because it gives you more time to get into position. That's a good question. You are using braided line, right? Oh, for sure. Lucky craft. That is absolutely the case. Yeah, it's funny. Okay, yeah, as long as you're using braided line. The Walking Dead. Oh gosh, are you watching that video, Reavers? I vaguely remember that. So dumb. Where's my Crucian trophy order? We're going to do okay silverwise just because of the trophies. It's going to be fine. I don't know that we might be up to 19K now. It's going to be close. Yeah. Okay. 791. Common trophy worth more than mirror trophy. Back up to 19K. What are we saving for? I have no idea. We're just saving. 2 hours, 558 silver. That's not bad at all. Honestly, that's not bad at all. I mean, if you can kind of keep that average up, like, you'll be into the gear you want in no time. Yeah, it's unlucky on Cafe. 22 kilos worth 170. Beluga gear. What was the trophy orders? Pike and a chub. Pike and a chub walked into a bar. I'm saving for the next update. Yeah, probably. Probably. I don't see getting... I'll tell you the one thing that I wanted, but I wasn't patient enough to hold off for it. And I don't think I'll get it now because I've got the other conventional reel. But honestly, so I ended up getting the Taiga C, right? But I really wanted the Cardinal 22S. But it's like more than twice as much silver. It's like 2.5 times more silver. I just think it looks really cool. I like that it has a second gear. And the mech is really strong, like the actual max mech strength. I think it actually, to me, it just looks like better value than going all the way to the 70K one. But that's just me. Funny enough, I have 7K silver saved on my other tab. I have your YouTube videos, Carp 101, to learn what I'm going to buy. That's awesome. Hey, let me tell you what my advice would be. Because I don't remember what I said on that carp video. Basically, I would say, if you want to go really powerful, reel-wise, I would go Tagaras. But that's really expensive. If you want to go not as pricey, and if this is for carp fishing, then I would go Avias. Remember, these prices are a little more expensive because we're at amber. But Avia is a pretty nice carp reel if you don't want to save all the way up for the Tagara. Avia is pretty sweet. But the Tagara is much more flexible. Tagaras are just awesome reels. Awesome reels. Yeah, I would go Avia over Everest too. Personally, that's my personal belief. Definitely. I definitely would. I would stay away from the Everest 2s just personally. I mean, I've got one. But I just think that as new reels have come out, there's just some advantages maybe. When is the next update? Well, I mean, the next update will be whenever, but when's the next map? We have no idea. How do you tell the exact mech strength? You have to look it up, and it's not definite, but you're basing your trust in like player testing that has been done mostly on the Russian side of things, I think. An Avia, it's this one, the Beluga Avia, EVIA. 18.5 max drag. It's got a really nice size spool. It's got the mech strength is up there decently, but I mean, you don't care. It's carp fishing. You're getting that 18.5 kilo with a nice spool size, basically. Yeah. What do I think about the Bestia? They're probably really good. I've heard good things about them. I've just never tested them. But honestly, like, if you're talking about the most expensive one, which I assume you are, you can get a Tagara 10,000 for almost the same price. So why would we go Bestia over Tagara? That's the question. It's a 5-star reel. Have you used it? I just haven't used it. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe it's great. Maybe it's better than the Tagara. But I haven't used it. I don't know. I haven't used it. But you're talking about the same price as the Tagara. Spool size, is it the same? 0.42, 318. It's not going to be right because this is an 18. No. It's like half as much. So it's the spool size, right? That's the thing that's a little concerning, is the spool size. Now, this is a pretty good deal if you're spending real money. 17.5 kilo. It's half price if you have premium. 27 gold for a really nice reel. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying you should do that, but yeah, I mean, I know the reels that I've used that really work. So it's hard. I'm sure there's lots of reels that I haven't used that are great. The gear ratio on the base BC is higher. Yeah, maybe. That might be right, Acid. I just don't know. I mean, it'd be fun to try it. It's just hard, right? Because it's so expensive. It's hard to try something that expensive. And I'm not saying the Avia 2s aren't, I mean, the Everest 2s aren't good. They are. I just think for me, some of the newer reels are more intriguing options at this point. Hydro 5.5. Is that right? That's another reel I haven't tried. All right. Oh, and by the way, rod-wise, I would go with the Fortuna carp rods. Unless you're wanting to go real expensive. But these are like, what are they, 1,600 silver most places. You can catch any carp in the game, obviously. Plenty of load capacity. That's what I would go with. Yeah, that makes sense, Lucky. And like I said, when I first came to Amber, I was catching carp on the Everest too. It was fine. It's fine. Totally fine. But I have an Avia on this account. I have used it for carp fishing and it's worked great. You can tell that it's not a Tagara or a Megara. You can tell the strength difference. And you want to make sure you have plenty of line on your spool because trophies are going to run on you a little more than the stronger reels. But it's a great carp reel, it seemed to me. No. I would wait till you have two. I wouldn't do it with one. Do it with two. And then you can always like fish for some like small fish on your third feeder or something. That works especially well at bear, and it might be fine at amber. I just haven't tried it as much. But when bear's good, don't forget about fishing at bear for carp. You think it's a decent replacement for the old Lacertes? I got you. That's good. That's good. How expensive is it, the Hydra? It's going to be a lot more, isn't it? Is the Hydra smart? Nope. So Siberia makes it, huh? Hydra G2. Oh, it's not bad. It's decent, huh? I haven't tried that one. That's interesting. I'll have to watch that next time I do a leveling series. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you definitely want to wait till bear's hot. I'm not sure how good it is right now, but... So it's 189 here. It's probably like, what, 175 actually, 180. Are those geared reels? What are geared reels? Oh, no. You're talking about the conventional? I wouldn't... If you're talking about conventional, I wouldn't do that until... The only scenarios I would do conventional until you get really high level is if you're wanting to go for catfish. Like, the moment you get to Octuba, let's say you want to put a catfish bait casting setup together, this would be worth considering. This one. Wait. Yeah, this one, the middle one, Taiga C30. This would be good for catfish. You can lock the mech and pull most any cat in. But besides that, I wouldn't worry about it. It sounds like bear might be a little slow right now. All right, thank y'all so much for the support. Thanks for being here. Let's is Jake still streaming? Let's go raid Jake and say hello to Jake. Jake's the man. Jake is still. All right. Let's go say hello to Jake. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope to stream tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll get at least a couple streams in this weekend. But it's been great having you. Tight lines. Good luck, everybody. I hope to see you very soon. Peace out.
Take for the raid.